All right. Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahusha. Hamashiach Torah Katawash Fukah. So, today is the Sabbath day, um, which is the 8th day of the month. In this month, in the month, the 10th month of the year, the Hebrew year, Tebeth. So, today we're just gonna go over some of the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahusha, some of the laws of Yahweh, um, things that we shouldn't be doing, that the law forbids us to do. So let's go to where do I want to start off with? Salakia. Let's start off with some of the idolatry, and things related to those practices. Um, let's go to Exodus 23. Right, so a commandment from Yahweh, Exodus 20, start from the top. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So the Lord don't want you to have any gods before him. Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Right? So the Lord don't want us to make any of these images that we see on the earth or in the sky or under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me. Right? So, the Lord commanded us to make certain things in the temple when we was working on the temple of God during Solomon's reign. We were to make images of pomegranates, right? We were to make images of pomegranate. We was to make images of pomegranates, and we were supposed to put it on our temples, or in the priests' cases on their bottom of their garments, right? And then when you look at the pomegranate, it has this shape, the same shape as the symbol that David had, the shield of David. Right? You see some of these shapes look the same as the pomegranate. Right? see that. It looks similar to that of a pomegranate flower. And also the same shape of the fruit when you slice it in half and you can see it. So let's go back. And then the Lord reiterates himself over and over and over again through the various books. Leviticus 19. Verse Leviticus 19:4. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourself molten gods. I am the Lord your God. So we ain't supposed to make any of these things and bow ourselves down to it or serve them or try to speak to them or any fashionable way, right? As if they have some type of uh, some type of power within themselves, within the object, right? So let's go back to Exodus 20:4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. So we ain't supposed to make figures of human beings, right? No figures of human beings. In Exodus 5, it explains you ain't supposed to bow down to an idol. Or we ain't supposed to serve an idol, So let's go Leviticus 18. Leviticus 18:21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord, right? We ain't supposed to hand over our children to Molech, which was a false idol that was made with man's hands. People were sacrificing children onto it. So let's go to 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. So we ain't supposed to be seeking after wizards or people with familiar spirits that perform familiar spirits. Let me type that in Google and what comes up. Right, so familiar in European folklore of the medieval and early modern periods, familiars were believed to be supernatural entities that would assist witches and cunning folk in their practice of magic, right? A demon supposedly attending and obeying a witch, often said to assume the form of an animal, right? So we ain't supposed to seek after wizards, right? Or these people who can conjure up spirits to talk to them, Let's go up to verse 4. Leviticus 19:4. Not to study idolatrous practices, right? We ain't supposed to study idolatrous practices. It's like it. Turn ye, Leviticus 19:14. Turn ye not into idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord thy God. So we ain't supposed to study idolatrous practices, you know. Let's go down to, okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Go to Deuteronomy 16, verse 22. Neither shalt thou set thee up any image which the Lord thy God hateth. Right? So we ain't supposed to erect an image which people assemble to honor, right? Roughly paraphrasing. Let's go to Leviticus 26. To 61. Ye shall make you no idols, nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord thy God. You know, no figures, no figured stones to bow down to. Don't make any figure stones to bow down to. Let's back in Deuteronomy 21. Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any tree near unto the altar of the Lord thy God, which thou shalt make thee. So you can't plant trees near the altar. Right? Don't plant any trees near an altar. You know, let's go to Exodus 23. 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. So we ain't really supposed to make mention of other gods. So, right? No mention. We ain't even supposed to mention other gods to other people. You know, don't even speak about them. And then this, and we ain't supposed to divert anyone to idolatry or try to convince somebody to do idolatrous practices. Right, so let's go to Deuteronomy 13, 12. If thou shalt hear say in one city, if thou shalt hear say in one of the cities which the Lord thy God hath given thee to dwell thee, saying, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other gods which ye have not known. So we ain't supposed to persuade the children of Israel to worship other gods. Right? Let's go up to 8. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Right? You ain't supposed to love someone who seeks to mislead you to idols, right? That's what this means. Let's read that over again. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, Neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. Right. Um, let's go down the verse. But thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him, and to put him to death, and afterwards the head of all the people, and afterwards the hand of all the people. Right? So we ain't supposed to relax on one's aversion to the misleader to idols, And we've been given an example of with that with Elijah, you know, causing people to serve false idols. So, we're supposed to put these people to death. And we ain't supposed to save the life of a misleader to idols. Uh, we ain't supposed to plead or defend the misleader to idols, right? Or we ain't supposed to suppress evidence unfavorable to the misleader, right? So let's go to Deuteronomy 7. '25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the gold, silver, or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to Yahweh thy God. So we ain't supposed to benefit from ornaments which have adorned an idol, you know. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 13. 16. And thou shalt gather all the spoil of it into the midst of the streets thereof, and shalt burn with fire the city and all the spoil thereof, every whit the Lord thy God, and it shall be in heap forever. It shall not be built again. Right? So we ain't supposed to rebuild a city destroyed as punishment for idolatry, right? Verse 17, and there shall cleave not of the cursed thing to thine hand, that Yahweh may turn from the fierceness of his anger, and shew thee mercy, and have compassion upon thee, and multiply thee as he hath sworn unto thy fathers. So you got not to deriving benefits from property of an apostate state, right? So let's go back to Deuteronomy 7. 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. So do not use anything connected with idols or idolatry. You're supposed to detest it. When your mothers or your family members, they bringing in Christmas trees and all of this idolatry, worship, which Jeremiah 10 told us not to do. We supposed to detest it and hate it. It is a cursed thing, So you ain't supposed to bring those abominations to your house. You will be a cursed thing like unto it, And a lot of our people are cursed. This is 18. Deuteronomy 18:20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. So we ain't supposed to prophesy in the name of idols, nor prophesying falsely in the name of, God. You ain't supposed to prophesy anything that the Lord didn't say. And the Lord already gave the word to Moses, to the prophets, the major and minor prophets, and to Yahushua and the Yahushua. And all those words were carried down through the apostles, gave some instructions on how the apostles gave some instructions on how to operate within the church until Yahushua come, until Yahweh send Yahushua. So we ain't supposed to prophesy anything outside of that or predict anything based on a prophecy. There ain't no prediction. You ain't supposed to tell somebody what you think this prophecy means. You just tell them verbatim what it is. If you don't have to know. You don't have to understand all prophecies, man. Just focus on the law, focus on Yahushua, focus on the order. The prophecies is for us to watch come to pass. We're supposed to be watching. So that was Deuteronomy 18. 18, 20. We ain't supposed to fear or refrain from killing a false prophet either. So let's go to Deuteronomy 19, no, 13. Verse 3. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of thy prophet, or that dream of dreams, for Yahweh your God proveth you to know whether ye love Yahweh your God with all your heart and with all your soul. So there you go. Listen not to one who prophesies in the name of idols. Let's go to Leviticus 20. Leviticus 20, 23. Ye shall not walk in the manner of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things. Therefore I abhorred them. So imitate not the ways nor practice customs of idolaters, right? So we ain't supposed to be practicing these pagan holidays, like Christmas, freaking New Year's Eve, freaking Thanksgiving, 4th of July, any of these things, man, we ain't supposed to be practicing. Verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have served you from other people, that ye should be mine. So, not practicing divination, right? That goes back to Deuteronomy 18 and 10. Matter of fact, let's just get that. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, right? So you can't practice soothsaying. Let's look up what soothsaying is. So yeah, the act of foretelling events, prediction, right? Making your own prophecy, you know. Was that Leviticus? Leviticus. I was supposed to go to Leviticus 19. Yeah, Leviticus 19:26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times. Right? Yeah, that's divination right there, Slovakia. Um, you can't practice enchanting, no sorcery. Uh, 18. Verse 11. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. So, no, you're supposed to practice the art of the charmer. Um, nor consulting with a necromancer, nor consulting with a sorcerer. You ain't supposed to seek information from the dead. That's necromancy. 22. 22:5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto men, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. So women are not to wear men's clothes or adornments, and the same thing with men not wearing women's clothes or adornment. So what else we have? Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus 19:28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord thy God. So, no tattooing yourself, as is the manner of the idolaters. The idolaters like to tattoo themselves. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22 and 11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together, no mixture of wool and linen. Let's go to Leviticus 19:27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. So you ain't supposed to shave the temples or sides of your head. You ain't supposed to shave the corners of your beard, right? Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord thy God. Right? So, that's just there's a whole lot more laws though, but these be the main ones that people be breaking, on a day-to-day basis. There are commandments to do concerning the temple and concerning sacrifices, but for the time being, we'll talk about that at a later time. But let's focus on the laws that be making people unclean, But I'll say that for a different time also. I want to sign out, say call, oh, y'all, Bashim, Yahweh, Shalom.